Rivers are essentially mythological, right? Think of India, the Ganges River, Mother Ganga. It's the great mother, that's that river. The other famous river is Saraswati, who is the goddess of music and all instruments and poetry. And so what they used to do, especially in India, they're amazing. They make the myth part of everybody's life. So everybody knows it's the river Ganga, and everybody knows that that's your mother. And most of them know that the river came crashing over great Shiva's head and so on and so forth. So they know the river doesn't come from the mountain, it comes from the divine. So the river that is the physical river is also the divine river, which gives birth to life over and over again, which is what the ritual of baptism is about. And that's why they're always going in the river, because the river is the river of life, just the way each child is born from the breaking of the waters inside the ocean of the womb of the mother. And so then we all came from the river that came from the ocean in the womb of our mother, which is a model of the whole big thing. And so baptism is not a Christian thing. The Christians got it from African tribes, and the African tribes would do baptism not once, but every time you forgot who you were, you could go back in the water and find out. And so your attraction to be naked in the river is actually like a call to go back into the river of the womb or the river of birth. And so in the African tradition, a person has a big loss or they make a big mistake, something goes wrong, then is disoriented, and people would take them down and baptize them again to get them back. It's not, so the idea of being reborn, which meant to go into the water and be reborn, but what it really means is to go back to the potentials at the beginning of life when we first entered the world on the flow of the waters of the womb. And so when we make mistakes and when we have great losses, we also lose our connection to our potentials, our gifts, the thing we came here to dance with. And baptism was a way of going into the river of the Divine Mother, if you want to call it that, and get in touch with the essence and the origin and the potential of our lives. And so whole villages, when something went wrong, would all go down and baptize each other. And so, your attraction to that is quite meaningful. And the thoughts coming in that maybe I shouldn't do this, what happens, that's what I call received ideas. We've received all kinds of ideas that interfere with our instinct and our intuitive ways of being ourselves. But so you can go on and on with rivers. So one more idea about river. So you decide to go into the river, naked. The hell with them. Who cares? This is more important than what they're thinking. I'm trying to get connected to myself, or even to nature, or whatever we're going to call it, the origin of life. So then here's an interesting idea. Time is a river. And so that's why they say you can never enter the same river twice, because the river's flowing, time is going by. But once you're in the river of time, you can look back where the past is sending things down the river to you. But strangely, you can also look forward and catch things that are bouncing off the river of the future. And so that's connected to the word prophecy. And prophecy doesn't mean to predict the future. It means to be standing in such a deep place that you get gifts from the past and glimpses of the future. A prophet is not a predictor simply.
If you enjoyed this clip, the full episode will be made available up here somewhere, so feel free to check that out. If you're someone that's interested in working one-on-one with me and developing your practice of presence, reflecting on your life at the moment, and calibrating your trajectory, then feel free to head over to todaydreamer.com and get in touch. There's also a full catalogue of episodes available on the website, which pretty much are there to help you cultivate the practice of presence so that you can more deeply participate in the blossoming of the emergent world story. So there's episodes on rituals, meditation, different ways you can cultivate presence, find meaning in life, working with psychedelics, and a whole host of other things that, surround spirituality and surround this idea of coming back to this moment right here and right now, and deepening almost like your connection with yourself and with others through intimacy, relational practices. There's a whole host of episodes. Feel free to check it out if you're into that kind of stuff. Anyways, thank you for your attention and for sharing this moment with me in the here and now. And until next time, be well.